Let's raise the funds. With the additional expenses of having the studio redo the animation work at a faster pace, funding is more critical issue than ever. Hikari spends the day calling up the local institutes and community figures with an interest in art and entertainment to see if they'd be willing to help the production. Unfortunately, everyone declines. By the time she hangs up the phone after the last call, she feels even more depressed than when she started. Okay, well, maybe I can try to cheer everyone up. Yukari takes a few minutes to compose herself. No matter how she feels, she needs to boost the team's spirits. Low morale will have a terrible effect on their productivity, and they're also their friends. And they're also her friends. She doesn't want to see them sad. Despite the optimistic words, they're visibly gloomy. Yuko is also depressed, hunched over her desk without even a trace of a smile. As for Shunsuke, who can say for sure? But he certainly doesn't look happy. Alright everyone, let's not focus on what went wrong. The past is the past. What's done is done. All we can do now is press forward and look to the future. She glances to meet Yukari's words. Silence greets Yukari's words. Everyone stares down at their desks. No one meets her gaze. It does! Once again, no one responds. At last, Shunsuke looks up. I'm sure Yukari has worked through everything to figure out why we should be optimistic about the future. Yukari gives him a grateful smile. Go on, Yukari. Explain it. Her smile fades. Well, you do have a reason, don't you? Yeah, it's... Well, I think everything will be fine if we stay focused. Don't give up? She injects as much confidence into her voice as possible, but it falls flat. The others look at her for a moment longer, then return to their work. If anything, gloomier than before. Damn it! Fine, I'll just fucking relax. Okay, close her eyes and take deep breaths. Guilt nags at her. By the end of the day, she feels slightly stressed, although the mistake to keyframe still haunts her mind. Okay, so it's something. It's fucking something. God damn it. Yukari, are you ready to work out the new deal for the animation work? From the tone of his voice, he's worried she still isn't good in state of mind to handle negotiations. Almost there. Give me a moment. She takes a deep breath and tries to get her act together. If she has Azekwe Studios feeling as depressed as she does currently, it could lower their chances of getting a better price. Shunsuke said confidence was important, and she doesn't look at confident at all. Remember, the perfect deal is one where both parties feel they've won the negotiation. Stay calm. You can do this. Here. These are the finished storyboards I accidentally filed that time. She checks them over to make sure they're correct, and then heads to the studio. Hello, I'm here to see Yuto. He's been expecting you. Yukari returns to see the director seated at the table where they held their previous discussion. Oh, hello. Hello, I assume you discussed the situation with your team members. Yes. In order to keep Blaze Chaser Conspiracy on schedule, we need the animation team to work faster. I understand. As I said, we need an additional fee of $15. My team and I think $7 should be more than enough to cover it. She puts on a valiant look on her in the hopes that the perceived confidence will convince him to accept her offer. Deep in her heart, however, she can't help but picture the worst possible outcome. The director walking away from the deal completely. Her heart hammers. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? That's a good question! It feels like an eternity as Yukari waits for his response. All she could do is silently pray for success. I'm sorry. I'm afraid it isn't in our best interest to accept your offer. What? Why? We have several other projects to work on besides Blaze Chaser Conspiracy. Accepting the lower fee could compromise them. Yukari's heart sink, but she knows she has no choice but to accept the original offer now. It will hurt her budget a bit, but she needs to raise more funds for Blaze. She'll need to raise more funds for the show as soon as possible. In that case, we'll accept your original offer. Very well, then. This morning I had a new contract prepared to speed up the animation work at an additional $15. I'll be right back with it. As he leaves to get the contract, Yukari puts her head in her hands. Telling the team about this won't be easy, but at least her blunder with the storyboards hasn't cost Blaze Chaser Conspiracy his future. Aside from its price, though, there's one other concern you should know about. Concern? What is it? She hopes she doesn't have to sound as panicked as she feels. We won't be able to get the show back on the schedule on our own. Our animation team isn't large enough to work on an accelerated rate while keeping our other projects on track as well. Yukari grits her teeth. He couldn't have told her about this before the negotiation. This means either your studio members will have to work overtime to help us, or you have to hire freelancers. I recommend the combination of both. In this industry, it's easy to miss deadlines, so it's best to have a safety net. Got it. I'll see what I can do. It isn't ideal, but at least production for the show will continue, and she minimized the consequences for her blunder with the storyboards. Oh, shit. Hey, Yukari, I got some good news for you. Oh, what is it? Good news is something they definitely need. The atmosphere of the studio still hasn't recovered. Do you remember what we discussed last week about the voice actors? I'm not sure. Everything before her discovery of the animation mix-up is blur. Last week feels like years ago. We talked about making an appointment this Friday with the voice actors I hired for the show to record their lines. I managed to secure a slot for the whole afternoon. We should be able to make great progress on the voice acting for the show. That's wonderful. She sighs. You don't look happy. No, I'm glad it worked well. But you've done a great job with everything. Maybe you should have been director for the Blaze Chaser Conspiracy instead of me. Yukari, you even managed to stay positive after what happened. I think about over and over and wish I handled things differently. I should have looked over the storyboards again before taking them to the studio. I should have checked on their progress. You're a wonderful director. I wouldn't be cut out for your role at all. Huh. I mean it. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. You're a leader. I'm not. This is touching. How have I been a good leader? You got investors for Blaze Chaser Conspiracy. You delegate tasks to everyone, and you always do your best to keep everyone on the team happy. Not to mention you're working on the storyboards too. The storyboards, that's what started the mess. Without you, would we even have storyboards? Sure, Susuke could have handled them. I needed his help often enough already. And half the time I needed your help. You probably boost the team's morale more than I do anyway. Yukari, being a good leader doesn't mean you have to do everything yourself. Of course you ask for us for help. We're your team members and your friends. And don't forget, we wouldn't have a team at all without you. Blaze Chaser Conspiracy with your vision, and you gathered everyone together. Maybe to you it looked like I'd be a good leader, but I wouldn't have fared nearly as well in your shoes. If you say so. Stop stressing out about it so much. You don't need to take all the responsibility on your shoulders, you know. I'm here for you if you ever need someone to talk to. We all are. Yukari meets her earnest gaze and manages to smile. It's a nice moment. Thank you, Mayumi. Just like the old days, you're always here to help me up when I'm down. No wonder you're my best friend. Just try to relax a little, and remember you can depend on us. We're all in this together, as a team. It's actually a really nice moment. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I can't stay long. I'll be heading over to Zeka Studios for a while today. Gotta make sure things are progressing smoothly so we don't have any more major problems popping up out of nowhere. I won't make the same mistake twice. As Yukari leaves the studio, everyone's hard at work. The room is quiet, with a little more than the sound of shuffling papers. After a moment, Shunsuke breaks the silence. It sure is dead around here these days. Mayumi nods. I know Yukari is the loudest out of the team, but I didn't expect it to feel this strange when she leaves the studio. I know what you mean. Yukari's the one who brought us together. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be working on Blaze Chaser Conspiracy. Our dreams wouldn't be anywhere near a reality. I hope she doesn't still feel too guilty about what happened. She certainly is passionate. And kind. I'll never forget how we first met. You mean when she went to the restaurant that night and asked you about joining the team? For a moment, Yuko was silent. Then at last she shakes her head. No. She doesn't remember, but we met once before. What happened? She saved my life. Really? 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 She's exaggerating. Maybe. But at the time, it didn't feel that way. There was a group of students infamous for being bullies. He didn't mess with them. He just let them do what they wanted. I remember them. I bumped into them one day. It was an accident, but well, it's how they were. They were shoving me around and cursing at me. I couldn't get away. Then Yukari saw what was happening. She marched over and yelled at them to leave me alone, punched the leader in the nose, and pulled me out of there. She actually hit him? Damn! Yep, I thought we were so dead. We ran clear across town. You should have heard her when she got home. Yukari this, Yukari that. You think Yukari was a superhero or something? Oh, stop. To me, she was. She saved me and never thought twice about it. She said she had to help someone in need, and didn't matter how big or scary those guys were. And they never bothered you again. Huh? How did you know? It just sounded like a fitting end to the story, that's all. How did he know? How did he know? I'm curious now. Why? I want to know now. Oh my god. He quickly looks away. He's right, though. They never came after us after that. I always wondered why. Unless he was the leader. I know. I bet there was another hero lurking in the shadows who was impressed by Yukari's courage and took the opportunity to scare them off for good. A secret hero in the shadows? Come on, things like that don't happen in real life. Oh, but don't be such a downer, Sumiko. It's possible something like that happened. Strange to hear that from Mr. Logical. He shrugs and clears his throat. Alright, enough reminiscing. We have a lot of work to do and only a limited time to do it. Let's show Yukari everything is going to be fine. Yeah, let's do this. The studio is still quiet without Yukari, but the atmosphere isn't as oppressive as it was before. Yuko works with a smile on her face, as if telling the whole story lifted away from her shoulders. Shusuke devoted himself to the storyboard with renewed energy. As for Sumiko and Mayumi, they acted determined to restore the optimism to the team through force of will alone, if necessary. When Yukari returned later that day, cheerful greetings meet her at the door. It's almost like the incident with the keyframes never happened at all. Despite her worries about the future, she can't help but smile back. Her responsibilities no longer seem difficult to bear. Oni-sama, would you be so kind to buy our flowers? We're helping out the local cancer support organization. Okay, you know what? I'm going to end it here, actually. So thank you all for watching. This has been your host, Scotty Oka. If you enjoyed this Let's Play, go on ahead and subscribe here to youtube.com/ScottyOkaOfficial. And until then, everyone, catch you later.